I'm OG, y'all new to the game.
So here we are with a new video, top 10 anime of the decade. Before starting the video, I quickly want to clear out some criteria under which I have made this video. Number 1. Movies are not included in this list, obviously. Number 2. This list contains the animes which are made between January of 2010 and December of 2019. 3. I have not included the recreated animes like Dororo or Hunter x Hunter. Number 4. I have not included the animes which started before 2010 like One Piece, Naruto, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and so on. Having said that, let's jump right into it. Starting at number 10 is Tokyo Ghoul, the anime which is not meant for the soft-hearted people to watch as it has too many bloodshed and torture scenes which can haunt you at night. This anime takes you to the world where exists a species named ghouls. They look like any other human beings, but they eat and survive on human beings. This anime shows you the endless conflict between the ghouls and humans and also shows you the positive and negative marks of both the sides. This outstanding story is written by Shuei Ishida. The story is about a human boy named Ken Kaneki turning into a half ghoul and how his life gets drastically changed. The manga of this story is way better than its anime and is even counted among the top 5 best manga sellers. It has total 48 episodes divided in 4 seasons, rated 7.9 by IMDb and 7.85 by Animalist. Haikyuu is no doubt the best sports anime of the decade. Haikyuu shows the supernatural abilities by keeping in touch with the reality which is no less than any battle shonen action. Haikyuu is a very well adapted anime whose strongest point lies in its characters. The way of developing characters in Haikyuu is beyond amazing. During matches, focusing on the physical play is pretty obvious, but at the same point, the way the writer shows us the mental pressure and play is a must watch. If you are a sports lover like me, then you should watch this anime as it is very relatable. Parasite, an anime that I can also put on my top 10 anime of all time list. The main aspect of this anime is its philosophical aspect, which rotates on a question, what means to be a human being, which we all have wondered at one point of our lives. Parasite is a seinen anime which involves a worm-like parasite which takes over the brains of humans. The parasite kills the individual and takes over the body, essentially becoming a humanoid. Parasite can move their body into a variety of things and even make deadly weapons. In order to survive, the parasite needs a human host and eat other human beings to sustain. Shinichi Izumi, the protagonist of this anime, encounters a parasite one fearful night, but the parasite was unable to take over his brain, but it took over his right hand by which he was not killed. And because the parasite was unable to take over his brain, protects Shinichi's body from other parasites as both shares the same body. Does he change into a parasite or remains a human being? Go find. Steins Gate. Well, Steins Gate is the best time travel anime you will ever see, and not just in anime, it is also one of the best in general media. The way it builds the concept of time travel and execute is very unique itself, as it does not use the time travel but explains it. We all know that time travel is not real or possible yet, but the way they have portrayed the use of time travel and the way they do time travel is very realistic. It is produced by Studio White Fox and is rated 9 by IMDb and 9.1 by My Animalist. Dr. Stone, highly motivational anime for those who are scientists at heart. The story of Dr. Stone is very unique and original, which makes it different from other typical shonen anime. One day, with no warning or explanation, every human being on Earth is turned into a stone statue. As the centuries pass, nature reclaims the planet until one day, a teenage genius named Senku Ishigami is depetrified by unknown means. After finding himself in a prehistoric world, he immediately sets out to find what happened and how he was revived. Then he, by the use of science, starts building a new civilization by reviving some more people. However, in the process, he revives the villain of this anime who doesn't really want to revive the old world. The scientific principles in this anime are pretty accurate except for that petrification thing. After all, it's a shonen anime. The main character in this anime is a science genius while the villain is an anti-science but intelligent, strong and a fighter. The plot is light, focusing on the science side of progressing as a civilization and not tackling the tragedies experienced by the characters. Its season 2 is coming soon and will improve its story more, and no doubt this anime will reach a new height. My Hero Academia. The story takes you to the world where 80% of the people have different types of powers known as quirks. And some people use it for good, known as heroes, and some for the bad, known as villains. Our protagonist Izuku Midoriya is a quirkless child having no powers, wants to be a hero and fight for the justice. The story is about how with his dedication he climbs at the top of all heroes and becomes number 1. The anime currently has 88 episodes divided in 4 seasons, and its 5th season is coming soon. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is the very first anime which after so many years has finally broken the One Piece manga selling record. Its storytelling, background music and animation is just outstanding. It is the story of a boy named Tanjiro whose family was attacked by the demons one night when he was out for work, and his whole family was killed except his little sister, who turned into a demon. So to turn his little sister back into a human, Tanjiro becomes a Demon Slayer. The story of this anime is not very complex, but the animation and its plot execution takes this anime to a whole different level. No doubt how it became the anime of the year 2019. It is rated 9 by My Animalist and 4.8 out of 5 by Crunchyroll. The Black Clover. Written by Yuki Tabata, produced by Studio Pierrot, is a story of a world where magic exists and everyone has their own magical abilities. Among these, there are two common orphan child who wants to be the Wizard King and prove everyone that commoners too can become the Wizard King. The first one is the boy named Yuno, a powerful, handsome and a great wizard. On the other hand is the other boy named Asta, our protagonist, a magicless boy in a magical world who is loved by everyone. But some strange power resides in him and is dark and unknown to everyone. One of the main strong points of this anime is the rivalry between Asta and Yuno, which is also unique in itself. The anime is still ongoing and has more action-packed episodes to offer. Currently this anime is running in 138th episode. Your Line April. Your Line April is a very beautifully animated love story based on a piano playing prodigy named Takahiko Arima. He is a 14-year-old boy who makes sure no one fall in love with him. Although he is just a middle schooler, he is a very dull boy who had a very dark past. When he was a child, he was known as a piano playing genius. But he left playing piano after his mother's death because whenever he played, he recalled his harsh childhood and the scenes of being abused by his dead mother. After his mother's death, he sees everything in the color of white and black, same as a piano key. However, one day he meets a very beautiful and lively young girl named Kaori who changes his entire life by forcing him to play music again. This anime is a roller coaster of emotions and will challenge you to keep your eyes dry. On number 1 is Attack on Titans. When I start an anime, I always watch the trailer first to set up my expectations. And so before starting this anime, I watched its trailer first and set up my expectations very high because its trailer was amazing. But the anime just kicked them and surpassed it. Attack on Titans is one of the best anime of all time. No doubt how it got itself such a huge hardcore fan following. It excels in the fields of action, dialogue, human emotions, animation and its badass characters of course.
But does that mean our lives are meaningless? Does that mean that there was no point in our being born? Would you say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not! Their memory serves as an example to us all! The courageous fallen, the anguished fallen.
Attack on Titans just gets improved with its new season, and its 4th and final season is knocking the doors and will be out this year. And as a manga reader, I can assure you that this custom will be intact. And this season will surpass all its previous seasons. Do comment your top 10 list and do subscribe this channel to support me.